But in your hearts, honor Christ the Lord as holy, always being prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you, yet do it with gentleness and respect.
My name is Mark Moorhead, and you're listening to A Reason for Our Hope. Let's begin with prayer. Grant, O Lord, that none may love thee less this day because of me, that never a word or act of mine may turn one soul from thee. And ever daring, yet one more grace would I implore, that many souls this day, because of me, may love thee more. Amen. Trustful Surrender to Divine Providence, the Secret of Peace and Happiness. Chapter 1. The Will of God made and governs all things. Treating of the will of God, St. Thomas, following St. Augustine, teaches that it's the cause of all that exists. The psalmist tells us that all that the Lord wills, he does in heaven and on earth, in the seas and in all in the deeps. Again, in the book of the Apocalypse, it is written, Worthy art thou, O Lord our God, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and because of thy will they existed and were created. Hence, it's the will of God which from nothingness drew out the universe with all its grandeur and all that lives in it, the earth with all that is on it and beneath it, all creatures visible and invisible, living and inanimate, reasonable and without reason, from the highest to the lowest. If God then has produced all these things, as St. Paul says, according to the purpose of his will, is it not supremely right and reasonable as well as absolutely necessary that they should be preserved and governed by him according to the counsel of his will? And how could a thing remain unless you willed it, or be preserved had it not been called forth by you? But the works of God are perfect, it is written in the Canticle of Moses. They are so well done that God himself, whose judgment is strict and righteous, found when he had created them that they were good and very good. It is quite obvious that he who hath founded the earth by wisdom and established the heavens by understanding could not show less perfection in governing his works than in creating them. So as he's careful to remind us, if his providence continues to have care of all things, it is in measure and number and weight, it is with justice and mercy. Neither can any man say to him, Why do you do this? For if he assigns to his creatures the end that he wills, and chooses the means which seem good to him to lead them to it, the end he assigns them must be good and wise, nor can he direct them towards their end other than by good and wise means. Therefore, do not become foolish, as the apostle tells us, but understand what the will of the Lord is, so that doing it you may receive the promise, that is to say, eternal happiness. For it is written, The world with its lust is passing away, but he who does the will of God abides forever. A Reason for Our Hope is brought to you by Cayman Gabriel Media. Until next time, hold the cross high.